I've learned so much about you today, Camila.
That went off the rails real fast.
All right, Camila. Ooh, this is a fun one because I cannot wait to hear your answer. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about your role?
Oh man, that's a good question. That is a really spicy question.
It is.
My favorite part, I definitely think like being able to see, especially when people are really excited about what they're doing and then they tell you like, oh yeah, we want it to do this. And then you make it happen and you're like, here, I made it happen. And then they look at it and they're like, oh my God, I see my thing in the game that I wanted and now it's working and it's cool. You made it cool. I'm like, I'm happy to do that. I love that.
That's so good.
Well, my least favorite thing, it's way harder than people recognize that finding fun. Because everyone has a different opinion on what fun is. And everyone has a different opinion on how you should make it more fun.
Especially since you kind of have to like take yourself out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like it isn't about what you think is fun.
Yeah.
Like you want, you need something that you enjoy, but there's also a wide audience here.
Yeah.
No, I think for me, that's actually one of the things that I enjoy the most about the job is kind of finding the fun, which is probably why I got into more like a direction role eventually. I worked very closely with like play testing, the user research departments. And so, we pour over data, we pour over user feedback. I intently watch people playing the game. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, are you having fun yet? Oh, it is so good, like waiting, because sometimes, we can see the participants' faces and stuff. And I'm like, is that the reaction? That's the reaction. Oh, they smiled. We got them. We got them. Or it's like, oh, they're a little bit frustrated. Is this good frustration or bad frustration? Because, challenge is all about overcoming. Yeah. Right. But sometimes that can linger. And it's like, oh no, they have the ooh face going on. Mm. They're not quite feeling it. But then when they get the solution, is that joy I see? Is that joy? Yeah. Oh my God, it worked. Mission success.
Unlock distance perfect.
Ooh.
Okay. What do you look for in a candidate's resume or portfolio?
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this is a great one because it goes back to what you were saying earlier about like people just making stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like I want to see someone's journey when I look at their portfolio. I want to see how someone has gone from making, some awkward levels, some awkward missions to making something like better. I want to see the lessons they've learned, right? Yeah. I don't want to just see where you are right now because that doesn't tell me who you are. It tells me who you might be like 5 seconds ago, but I want to know, how did you resolve problems? What problems did you have in the past? Are you a person that can resolve problems? Mm-hmm. Did you just, come out of the womb knowing all of level design?
And even those bad levels are still good to showcase and to show.
Where you came from.
And also being able to look at your work and say, I made this level. This is what's successful about it. This is what's not successful about it. And this is how I could fix it in the future. And if I hear that, it sparks joy. Exactly. It really sparks joy. I'm like, you understand the fundamentals of what is also making a bad level. Or villain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Definitely. Oh. Especially Far Cry villains. Come on. Tell me a more iconic character than the Far Cry villains.
I mean,
they're so cool.
So, I think villains are cool, but I also like people appreciating me. That's something that I've come to really like in video games. When I'm like the hero character and like, oh, there you are. There you are. Thank you. Here we go. And I'm like, wow, I don't get that in real life. Thank you. Thank you for noticing me. I'm kidding.
Thank you for the things that you do, Zavian.
Thank you.
What is something really exciting about the tech that you're using?
Let me see. Something really exciting about the tech that I'm using. First, Splinter Cell Remake is being made with Snowdrop, which the speed of iteration is amazing. But the speed of iteration is not just like how quickly can we put down blocks. It's like how quickly can I assemble a moment, right? How quickly can I put together a scripted scene? Like, I want the player to enter a room, then I want stuff to start moving, right? It is so fast to implement that right now. It's kind of scary. Yeah. Because I'm like, okay, you get in and now everything's starting to move around. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's not real yet. Like so much work goes, there's so much work involved with going from prototype to something actually shippable, something polished and shippable. But being able to show my vision early, just by myself without having to bring in like, oh, I need a tech person or, an animator or the cinematic team to, make this scene of this elevator coming down and someone walking out, right? If I can do that myself, I can show off the vision of what I want. Right. And people be like, oh, so that's what you meant by the elevator coming down. It's like you'd be surprised at how hard it is to convey your vision without visuals.
Exactly. Yeah, Snowdrop is really, really exciting. Powerful, yes. Side quest.
Oh, yeah, side quest.
Definitely. Right? I'm such a complete, I can't handle missing things. Yeah. Which ends up that I would spend so much time doing things, but I just want to save all the kittens, I
learned so much about you today, Camila. Okay, this kind of goes along the same thing. I cannot wait to hear your answer. No. Okay, Camila, if life were a video game, what cheat code would you want?
I would want the Konami code.
I kind of know what I want.
Yeah, no, you go first. By all means.
I want to ghost around. I want to fly through stuff and just drop myself wherever I need to go. To the grocery store, to work. No,
that's fair.
To another country. Teleport. Yeah. I want to go on Google Earth or something like that and just drop myself down. To me, that's like a cheat code. That's what I want to do, right? And if I go into a bank and make some money, what's going to know?
You would rob banks. That's what you would do.
Rob the bad banks. For clarity.
No food banks.
No, I would not rob the food bank. No. Please ask me another question.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. What is the deal with doors?
Oh my God. Doors are insane. Doors and level design. You think it's easy, except let me tell you. First question about a door. What side is the hinge on? I walk into a room and I open a door. If the door is facing towards where I want to go, my point of view is this way, right? And I'm looking at a wall and I'm like, this is a bad door. And then the hinge, if we fix the hinge so it's now opening towards the wall, then it's like, okay, great. I now see into the room. And then I close the door. And then I turn around because I forgot something in the previous room. And now the hinge is on the opposite side. And depending on the configuration of our rooms, it's like, oh God, now it's blocking my view back into the space that I just came from. That kind of balance is a nightmare. And the enemy's chasing me. I close the door in front of them. What happens?
Yeah.
Are they going to open the door? Can they open the door if I'm standing on the other side? Do I fall over? Do I stumble back? Do I block them? Can they see me? Do I just disappear? Object permanence is gone when I'm out of sight. Doors generally block navigation. They're like a wall. But the enemy needs to know that they can go through that wall. That is a wall that you can interact with. This is not a real wall. The floor continues. I'm a stealther.
Oh.
Are you a guns blazing?
I like shooting people.
you line up the headshot being like, yeah.
And definitely I'll stealth, but also, just a headshot here and there, but also all of them. Yeah. I'm that person. I definitely will choose guns blazing. Yeah.
I'm like, let me see how long I can stealth before I pull out the gun.
Yeah, that's a good way of going about it. Yeah. Exactly. Once you get noticed, do you just start
oh yeah, there's
silver?
It's like if you see me, you don't see anything anymore, right? Leave me.
You'll never see anything ever again.
Exactly. Ooh, okay. Camila, do you have any core memories at Ubisoft Toronto?
I never forget, my very first week, I just so happened to be so lucky enough that my my project manager that was in charge of the level designers made a level designer lunch.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to meet all of the level designers, and it was really fun because then the next day was we do these kind of events, AFKs. They're away from the keyboard, we all get together and we do a little party. And all of those people that I had met the day before were like, we're friends.
Yeah, come on over, join the group.
So I walk into this room and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't really know anyone. And then I see someone and they were like, come on over, we're friends now. And then it became this little group and it was so nice because everyone was so welcoming and so warm and so excited to be there. And I loved my first event at Ubisoft. Everyone was so nice. And that's definitely a core memory of mine.
Okay. Camila.
Get so nervous when you do that.
Oh, this is going to be... Okay. Camila, what is one thing you've learned from me?
Oh, boy.
Oh, God, nothing. Oh, no.
No. I'm trying to find a way. Nothing at all. I find the way that you articulate your feedback, you get the point and you distill it into a way that's really easy to understand. And that, I think that you're brilliant at that. And I've been listening to you give feedback. And I'm like, yeah, I need to take those and take notes.
Definitely the 15 years working real hard there. There's a lot of bad feedback I've given, a lot of feedback that I've had, really brush up on. From you, I kind of learned to, get some of that, energy back. You know what I mean?
I am loud and boisterous.
The loud and boisterous stuff, that's great. You know what I mean? that's what I want. You speak your heart. And you don't let anyone else stop, right? Stop you there. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do that more. I want to see more of that, right? And I'm like, that's the biggest thing I've learned from you and appreciate from our interactions so far.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Oh, that's so nice to hear. I should ask that question more often.
Yeah, right. It's like, yo.
Pepper it into conversations. Be like, what have you learned from me?